Garage.
Hey, it's J2SO.
This is Joel Hawsey at Hawsey Custom.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Yo, this is Evan the Collect.
And you are watching the Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge. Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
You're watching Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Join me and together we can rule the galaxy.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Yo! What
Volume
it is,
2.
yo?
What's up?
Volume 2. Two.
Good tidings.
Yes. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Good. We got
Good.
some comments.
Yes, Friday.
Bunch here. Man, we got a lot of people that have already commented. How did I miss that? What was I doing? It's funny because Evan unfortunately is not available to be on this tonight unless he pops in, which would be awesome. But the thing is, you forget all the stuff that somebody else does. You know, it's like all of a sudden, oh, how do we start the show? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
We take it for granted.
Absolutely. So I hope everybody out there is having a fantastic Friday. It's the weekend for you guys, which is awesome. Unfortunately for me, it's not. Boo.
You get to go do more Friday outside?
More Friday until next Friday. Yeah, that's the way it is. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? And I'm burnt. I don't know if anybody can see. Freaking fried. So, it's all good. How are you doing, Mr. Jeffs?
I am well. It's been hot in New Hampshire. It's like 95 degrees out, so New Hampshire's burning right now. So
Muggy?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
very muggy. Yeah, humidity's up. So spent a lot of time in the house and in the man cave this week.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, it's good. It's all Friday and ready to go.
How hot is it out there at J2SO, Mr. Florida?
About the same.
95, deathly.
Out there, honestly, though, it's hot. It's a brisk 93 today.
Oh, a brisk. Nice. How you doing, Jason?
Doing good, man. Doing good in sunny California, and just got back from vacation. Was out Big Bear Lake for 4 days, so it was.
Nice.
Did
you guys see that Colorado had gotten some snow?
No.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, a little crazy, right?
Yeah, everything's a little out of whack, but all's been good. Much needed vacation. Just haven't been on one in a while, so
Nice.
I feel you, though, Scott. A lot of weekend work commitments, so nice to just be able to take a little time.
Well, you always have to look at the bright side. You're employed, you love your job. It's awesome. No complaints, you know? You just do what you got to do. It balances out somewhere. It's just keeping yourself up from going, oh, man, to, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to get through this. This is good. And then you're reminded when you get the paycheck in, you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I do this.
Yeah.
So, and for me, it's like what I've been doing out there. We're out there on Huntington Beach. We're on the pier. And there's a U.S. Open for vans, so it's a surf competition. And we have all rolling gear and boss gear laid out. Kids are coming in, banging on the drums, picking up guitars, playing keyboards. It is awesome to watch them light up and just have a blast. That has got to be the absolute best part of it, for sure. So, can't do it. So let's say hello to some people that are sitting over here. Mr. Sean Solo. How are you, sir?
Sean.
Sounds like he's not happy. He missed his flight.
Poor guy.
Oh, man. What? Dude, our flight got canceled and we fly out tomorrow. Oh, no, man.
Yeah, I was going to try and meet him at Galaxy's Edge. I got to work a little early, but it wouldn't have worked out to still drive to Orlando, and he missed his flight. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow, Sean, or Sunday.
Yeah, but he says they lost their Galaxy Edge ticket.
Yeah, dude. Disney doesn't care why you're not there. They don't care.
Oh, dude, I am so sorry to hear that, Sean.
It's a bummer.
Joel. What's up, Joel?
What's up, man?
Everybody loves the Joel. Dude, that intro that you sent us where you're like Mr. George Lucas. Holy crap, you know. Sean Stone.
Oh.
John.
Stoney.
Yeah,
He's got an IPA in that picture, I bet.
J2SO, Sean Stoney, Far from Death Star. How you doing, sir?
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
I like that name.
Yes, right? Right, Marcel.
Marcel.
Spice Heads.
Heads.
We are now Spice Heads. And then, of course, Jeff's in the same spot. So, hi, Jeff's. Who else we got? Sean Miller. You know what? It was great having Sean Miller on. I really, really enjoyed that. And your art is superb, sir. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I still have to order a Vader print for behind him. I love the Vader he did. So cool.
He was a good sport.
Yeah, well, we kept talking about it. It was one of the funnest shows we've had in a long time. We were just all goofy and giddy, and poor Sean had to deal with some of that, but I think he caught on pretty quick.
I think he did. He was a good sport.
Hey,
last
Coy.
week.
Of course.
How you doing? Who else we got in here? Justin. How you doing, Justin?
Justin. Hello.
My wife. Yo, yo, yo. What it
Janine.
is. Let's see. So, yeah,
Happy
she
belated
just got...
birthday, Janine.
Yes. She is now 29.
Turning 29 is never easy, but you make it look easy.
Yeah, you just do it like 20 times and you're good, right?
That's what I'm doing.
We got Jason over here. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, Jason.
Todd. Todd is in our intro. Always good to see you, Todd. Mr. Toad. Who else we got in here?
Toad.
Matt Hess. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
I got Diego. Who else have I missed? Rogue Empire.
Man, we got a lot of people up here early.
Yeah.
We're getting
going
pretty
on?
popular. Our intro is 30 minutes now. I love it.
Jose. Well, you know what? The thing is that the intro that we did, right? That we've got all these clips. If any of you out there are interested in being part of that, please hit us up on Spice Runners at Facebook, and we'll add you into the stream for sure.
Add you to the rebellion.
We got Still Shower.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's everybody there. So, who wants to talk about what? What's going on?
Well,
Jeff's got a lot to talk about. I think we all got a few nuggets to
Everyone
share.
got a lot of collectibles this week.
And I think also we need to come up with our word for the night.
Oh.
Mr. Frankie.
There you go. Right on
Yeah.
cue.
Right here, brother.
If you want to join, Frankie, let us know.
I'm just realizing now that my eyes naturally look like I'm drunk.
Yeah, sure. Naturally.
Absolutely, I'm drunk.
Yeah. Mine do too on Friday nights. Yeah.
So are you setting yourself up for a possible something else in the future?
No.
My eyes are naturally drunk. That's what I meant, Mr. Officer.
I'm just realizing how old I look and haggard. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it wears on us. Yeah. So check this out.
Yeah.
Still recovering from last hangover, man.
Last Saturday I was having a little trouble.
In the after party, Frankie like fell down the hall or something like that, and yeah, it was awesome. It was probably the best thing. That was so cool.
Pretty fun.
That was a good time.
Very cool. Oh, so we were talking about a bunch of things. We were talking about Andor. We're talking about some pickups that we've gotten. Anything happened during the week that was like crazy for anybody? Or I don't even remember it. It was a blur. The whole week has been a blur to me.
We repainted my whole house. And when I say my whole house, I came home Tuesday and my fiance had painted the living room, got motivated to paint the bedroom, the kitchen, and the guest bedroom all in the last like 2 days. So I took off yesterday for a guy was coming to check on something. I got roped into painting the kitchen and the bedroom. So, but now it's like a brand new house. So
yeah, but you got to do what you got to do, man.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do. It's worth it in the end. Trust me.
Including these walls here, we painted every room in the house this week.
So did you paint that back wall where the Falcon's sitting like black or something?
Yeah, whole room's black. Yep.
Dude, it looks awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. I eventually want to do the ceiling just to really mat it out, and I'm getting black carpet. I have like tan tile in here, so I want to get like black carpeting, so it's all just uniform.
So Jason, question about the black that you chose for that, because I'm also a home theater guy, and I don't have a dedicated home theater, but I've got a motorized 100-inch projection screen.
Oh, hell yeah.
And if I could, I'd do all black, to limit the reflections. But it amazed me as I was doing research on this. There are so many different variations of black.
Yeah.
that you can get for different uses. And I mean, within a collectible, it's a little bit different than projection cinema.
Hey,
but did you go through like a whole selection of, matte, semi-matte, flat?
Yeah. I had a million of the ones at Home Depot, and then this was actually, I found this one was picked because it was on sale, and it's a matte exterior paint actually, but it works indoors and it dries real quick. So like I was able to paint like that wall, and paint it, do 2 coats, and had stuff back on it in less than an hour. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
You said the magic words to my wife. Home Depot.
Home Depot.
So, yeah.
That's what
so basically, you're creating a black room. So I mean, did you choose black because you're like, I want it to be the color of my soul, or?
Yeah. No, the white just made it kind of. It was like tan or something, and it made it kind of a. I felt like my collection room was in a room in the house and not a collection room.
Right.
And then I was at a restaurant and they had a black ceiling with sparkly lights and the like LEDs, and I was like, man, that would be badass. so I was like, if I do black and matte everything else out, then the lights on everything will make those pop more. You know?
Yeah. I can see that. Are you gonna go with the sparkly lights?
I want to. My fiance keeps talking.
But every time you say it, you have to say you have to do this sparkly.
So it makes it seem like it'd be easy. I know it'd be tough, but it'd be cool for all the people that don't come over and see it. So.
I know. We miss you, brother. We miss you.
Yeah. Sad face.
Sure.
Sad faces.
Very sad. So real quick, you guys out there that are watching the show and hanging with us, we can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Definitely hit that like button because that helps the channel. We're trying to grow it the best that we can. And the other thing too is we need to come up with the word for the night. So do a hashtag with what you guys think the word for the night should be, and we'll check that out real quick. So all right, so Jason's going black because you know what they say, and with sparkly lights.
Once you go, dark side.
Yeah, once you go to the dark side, exactly. He's going total Sith. And then, Jason, I saw some of the pictures that you had put up there on Facebook. Wow. I mean, I think J2SO nailed it with clean. It just looks beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you. The pictures were not that great. I apologize. I should have done it with my DSLR. But, man, it's kind of taking a space that's not meant to be, used for that, and kind of figuring out, okay, how do you make it look, still kind of stylish and good for people to walk in and be like, okay, well, that's no longer your dining room, but at the same time has nice contrast, for the collectibles. So like Jeff has in his backgrounds, black there. When I found those cabinets at IKEA and they're Hafsta or something, and I had Detolfs before this, right? And I like Detolf for certain things, but against a wall, I was like, okay, let me try this. And I found this line there that was not something I typically pick, but once I tried it out, I'm like, yeah, that kind of works with this room. And because it gets so much light in there too, I'm like, having the black is kind of nice. So as my camera goes off.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but and I also too with the pandemic, I didn't get the cabinets I wanted. So because so much stuff flew out of stock so fast that I was like, okay, maybe these aren't exactly what I want, but actually they worked out better than I planned. So it was kind of happenstance and just stupid luck. But still work in progress. I'm thinking about something in the center, maybe adding another cabinet or something so I can add a few items. But still working. Happy with where it's at so far.
Yeah, no, it looks. The thing is cool. Like with some people, it's like you can't have any of your collection outside of your room, right? And you're able to do that, and that's awesome. And then my wife's got her own thing, and it's like our whole house is Star Wars, which is awesome. But I have to point out this, PJ. What is this?
But I wanted to say real quick with the photo. If you haven't seen the photos Jason posted on the Spice Runners Facebook, one, go add yourself to that page. But two, Jason, the thing I liked about yours, which I try to do with mine to a degree, is I like how you have it like you have Clone Wars together, right? And then you have
chronological. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I love.
And I've messed it up, dude, a couple times because there have been a couple walls that I'm like, okay, I'm not going to put anything there. So I've got this I've got this nice chronological order, and now it's kind of all thrown about. But I try. I try to keep it because when I started out, I was like, I'm not going to do prequel. Then obviously I got into collecting prequel stuff, and it's like, okay, how am I going to fit this in, right? And my wife is awesome. At our last house, like, you know, smaller house, you walk right in. We didn't have a TV. We had a 110-inch projection screen fixed on the wall, and then we started putting up all the, you know, Marvel, Star Wars, and it was so funny when we moved about 3 years ago. When we put the house up, our realtors were like, "This is cool." But you know what they say, when you have potential buyers coming in, they have to see themselves in the space. You probably want to take all of this down. And I was like, you know, it's a lot of work. You know, we don't know if how quick it'll sell. So I had like a Ring camera up there, a little drop cam. Everybody who walked in there was like, holy shit. They're like, does this come to the house?
Exactly.
They're like the projection screen, and the projector was like our main TV, and then we had rows and rows. And they're like, can we negotiate for this? And they're like, probably the projection screen, not the collectibles. You can't.
That's so cool.
That's like when you're on so usually like during conference calls during the workday, like I have this all blurred behind me, and we like turn it on every once in a while, and somebody's like, why the hell do you blur that? Like, because that's all we talk about, and we wouldn't get through like a demo or anything.
Yeah, I would think with having a setup like that, and you're trying to sell your house, it would be better chances of selling the house.
It's a conversation piece for sure, and actually the people that bought, I left them the DTOFs. I had like 6 DTOFs there.
Really?
It wasn't going to work in our space. I was like, hey, they're yours. I took everything out of it, but yeah, dude, my wife is just like, she's like, whatever. You want to take over the living room? I don't care.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so she's got her own space.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now you can trade those DTOFs for gold. I mean, they're like going up.
Dude, where I am in LA, man, so much stuff is still out of stock. It's nuts. Like I have alerts set for when things come back, and I've had to get there like in a certain amount of time, and I've gotten there, and there's been like one item left. The thing that they just restocked.
So here's a little bit of Jason's stuff. Just so you guys can see. I mean, look at how beautiful this looks. You got the big symmetry. Star Wars up here. It's just
for me, it's about symmetry, right? So I like to have balance. And balance, so like the corner, you know, the corner bucket holders, that was for me. It's like I had to have one in every corner. There's my daughter.
Yes, that's awesome. I got a Rancor.
That Rancor is a grail piece for me as well. That thing's so cool, man.
Yeah,
what's cool about it, the Rancor Keeper,
Yeah, dude, and his sculpt is great. So this was 2019 when me and Evan were in Celebration. That last day we were there, where he's thinking about that life-size Han and Carbonite, and I'm thinking about this piece and the Wampa. We're both like, how are we gonna get this stuff home? And we're sitting in a panel, and I see he's itching. He's on his phone. I'm like, and the show floor was like open for another 20 minutes. I'm like, you want to go back and get that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I do too. Let's go.
Nice. So this Tauntaun, this is who? Sideshow?
Yep. Sideshow.
That's a beautiful piece, man. Yeah. And I love this.
Yeah, dude. He lights up too. His little ventilators light up green, pretty bright.
This Falcon here, is this wood or?
Wood. Etsy. Yeah, Christmas gift for my wife. Yeah.
See, that's how the wives get kept.
It's actually a clock. You can't tell it's a clock.
No, I can't.
Dave Dorman.
Clock. I'm gonna go back and look.
Dave Dorman.
A few years ago, man. I love that one.
Oh yeah.
There are handles
right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
that's cool.
Great.
That's cool.
Dude, Dave Dorman was the nicest guy, and I love that piece. He hand signed it. You can kind of make it up. Awesome. That was Agony Archives.
I love this.
Okay, so with those ones, I'm so mad. I know a couple people. I think Rogue Empire got this also. I didn't pull the trigger because I have too many damn prints. And I'm killing myself because that Vader one is so damn cool, and I didn't get it. And
this one,
yeah, man, so bad.
But Jason, you know what I think? I love it, but I wish they'd done the typography in red. Because what do you think about when you think Jedi? You think red.
Yeah, you think the red.
The blue is not. But yeah, it's a great.
Jason, I may have that actually. We may have to talk because I do. I think I have that one in the closet. So.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a gift from Eben. This one that you're showing right now, Scott.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Love that one.
And that one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Darren, so this is Darren Tan, who you guys know, and he's got a new Grievous print coming out. Looks like from Sideshow.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get Grievous, baby.
Yeah, I'm getting that one too.
I've communicated with this guy a bunch, and he's just super cool. We met him at Celebration 2019. He was giving away a free print of Vader. I didn't get a picture of the Vader one that's on the opposite wall, but I just love his style. Kind of when I'm doing digital art, I kind of do something similar to this, very tight and just really good value kind of range. But this piece, I was just like, this is the one that I inspired Eben to get. He was supposed to drop a hint to my wife for Christmas that this is what I wanted. He ends up buying it, and he gets number 1 out of the limited edition print run.
Gotcha.
That's so cool.
Hey, Scott,
I like the colors. What?
Do you want to pause for a minute and come up with a word?
Sure. Yeah.
What'd you think for
Boom.
word?
I am back. Yes, that is a good point. Yes. What is the word? So we're getting some of them like so, yeah, the.
One is very drunk.
Which is going to kill us. Yeah, it's absolutely going to kill us. So any of the ones that we were going through, did any of those pop out to you guys?
I like Andor.
Andor?
I like Andor. I'm a little buzzed already, so I didn't really pay attention to the hashtags. I'll be honest.
We get Rebellion in there anywhere?
Another one that was good in there was just space, because we're always talking about that. Nice White Claw.
Space.
You go.
Space
and
is
sparkly
good.
lights.
Yeah.
Sparkly lights.
I like space.
Yeah, let's go with space.
All right, space it has it. And the
Jeff
space
almost
is
has
having
space,
it.
for sure.
Yeah, I am almost at, hey, first drinking. Yeah, space.
There we go. There she is.
Yeah.
Space. All right. Back to our regular scheduled program.
There we go.
All right. So this is the easiest way for me to share stuff because it's already sitting
So let me
here.
ask a question to the group here. So Jeff, you have the Ahsoka PF of this scene from Rebels, and I'm sure it's coming. But why the hell haven't they done a companion Vader for this? I mean, it's just such an easy sell.
So the Vader and the Ahsoka, you want a companion Vader one, is what you're saying, yeah?
It's because they already have too many Vaders going, probably.
I think people would still go for it, man. They would eat that up. Different
Oh,
style. Yeah. If you got
you
the
can
cracks.
never have too many Vaders.
Yeah. It would just look sick.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
it would be
here's
cool.
our first. Thank you, Marcel.
Yeah. Woo.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I got to think it's still coming. It's got to be.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
Well, the colors are great. I really like the colors. It pops off the wall, real nice. You know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
this
vibrant.
was the frame was from. Have you ever done Frame It Easy, or I can't remember what they're called, but Jeff's nodding yes. They were a great option because on this one I wasn't looking to do a professional framing at that time. And
right.
They had a great size, great matting, and it's fast and quick and easy to assemble. It was pretty cheap, and it looks great.
And I'm guessing the whole wall balances because you have a lot of space right here, not that much over here.
I do. A little bit of space. So actually, to the left of that, there's an opening there, and I've got a 501st illustration. I'm going to finish up
okay.
the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to frame it and put it up there.
Nice. Oh, no. I hate that. It bounces you out, and you're like, no. Okay, next, boom, boom. Yep, love it. That's awesome. Yeah, that's evidence. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Sorry, just trying to speed it up. Yeah,
man, that's cool. Look at that.
Well, the thing
cool.
is that if it wasn't for the door, you wouldn't.
I should have shut it. I know.
You don't have a total. You don't have a total reference of the size of the wall, right? Because I mean, what do you have? 12-foot ceilings or just 10?
They're 12.
Yeah. So you can tell because the door's, over 7.
Jason, I might have a solution for that door.
Aha.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hold on.
High five.
Fast enough.
High five.
There it is. Where is it? Right there? Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's the space, dude.
Dude, I love that. I absolutely love that.
You just close the door and put pictures on the door.
You could do that. I've seen people do that too. That looks cool.
That's what I'm getting ready to do.
Well, believe it or not, you guys will get anxiety from this. That door usually stays open because my daughter, who's autistic, loves to run and have me chase her around the house. And we go through that door. We go through the collection room.
That's awesome.
every day.
That's
Yeah, I
great.
love
I should have
those.
done a video of this piece. So that's on a Lazy Susan and motorized, and it'll rotate.
This one?
So so you can see Rex comes around and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
It
So I got
rotates.
I got this part for my wife for her birthday, and that's the other
Such a
part.
good piece.
That's the
Such
Rex
a-
part.
Dude, that set. I mean, that's probably my favorite pickup of the year so far. Like,
Yeah,
just
that
I'm
one?
saving up for it still, man. That's so cool.
dude, for $150 a piece. I mean, they're just they're great.
I like it on the Lazy Susan. That's a cool idea. Like,
Yeah.
put it on the Lazy Susan. Let it.
What boba is that?
That's what I was
So-
just thinking.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I'm out of
that a cookie jar?
chronological order. That is Return of the Jedi, Boba. Yeah, from Legends in 3D. They did a limited run back in the early 2000s. They've got a great Greedo and a couple other folks. I think they did like 5 pieces. It's maybe a little less than half scale, but really good.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
I love this one until I get a Mando blaster to put there.
Yeah, let's
To the left.
try.
Did you see that? Jason was snapping his fingers at me.
Do this. Do this. No,
Which
No,
one-
didn't do
that's trying to get my brain to work.
Oh, J2SO, he was snapping. He's like,
I was trying to do this. Nope, that's just Jeff.
There it is.
I'm trying to learn stuff, so I'm having fun here. All right.
You know what it is? Actually, that line there with the Boba Fett is very reminiscent now of what they're doing. Well, or what Gentle Giant / Diamond Select is doing now with their half scale, which is not half scale. They pretty much are kind of picking up this line and doing some great things. But if you can find them on eBay, they've got a great Greedo. They got a great Tusken Raider. I'm forgetting the band member from the Canteen. What's his name?
yeah, Ferengi or for, yeah.
Hot Toy?
That's the Mando.
Yeah, I got him
Tusken.
too. I like him quite a bit. Although when I was over at Sean Stone's place, he's got the Sideshow one, and you can see a little bit of a difference. The Sideshow one is actually really, really good. But I got it because I see it and I see original trilogy, not
Same
Mando.
here.
And that's why I had to have it.
Yeah, but I do have them paired next to heavy gunner or heavy artillery, Mando, Oz. So it is meant to be in that chronological order, but I got to move some stuff around.
You have the collector set.
Yeah, I was excited. Collector set. So this was that shady deal you did, right?
Yeah, where I shoved my son in the car, said, "Quick, get in there and dial 911." Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Funny.
Helmet. Good use of space in the corner with the helmet.
Oh man.
Oh.
Well, I don't hate. My least favorite movie is Last Jedi, but the cool scene was that fight, and I love that you have that display because that's so badass.
Dude, so those are Bandai.
Boo, Frankie.
Whatever, Frankie.
That's so cool. And those helmets, man. Damn, those helmets are so cool together.
Dude, the color palette in that scene, right? I mean, the Praetorian Guards, I was like, okay, I could either do this with Hot Toys and really make it stand out, but when I saw the Bandai pieces, I was like, dude, I can get like 4 or 5 of those guards.
Down here. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Last Jedi is a beautiful movie, man. They knew what they were doing when it came to visuals, right? The story was a bit off, but I thought those guards in that fight scene was so dang cool. And Phasma.
Sound design, everything, yeah.
Super underused character, but what an amazing design.
Are these 1/12 or 1/6?
1/10.
1/10. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
nice. I love this. This is awesome.
Dude, Gentle Giant. So he's pegged in on the left foot there, and he is supporting that speeder.
Holy
he pegs
crap.
in the speeder, so it looks like it's floating.
So he's got he doesn't have magnets in his butt?
Nope.
No magnet butt.
Have you seen the mall version of this?
Yes, and I actually have a chance to buy it, and I'm considering it.
I have it.
Make sure you tell everybody. You tell everybody who you're trying to buy it from.
So right here, where C-3PO is, this is a Riddell light up helmet. It's cool, but it's just kind of holding spot. I want to either get the 1/10 Gentle Giant Jabba, or put something else in here. So this is just kind of a placeholder for right now.
The mall would look great there.
Yeah, but it's out of order.
You're already out of order. You already were out of order on the Return of the
I'm
Jedi.
not, because if you look at the left, you got Revenge of the Sith going through to Rogue, and then Return of the Jedi.
All right.
So that Cody lights up where he's holding the Emperor. That lights up. And then I can't. I have a restriction on the height. Vader has a saber that fits in there. But
oh yeah, can't do it.
And those helmets are from who, Jason?
Samo, I Love Art.
Yes.
Samolov Art. How I like to say it. I know I screwed up.
I'm Oliver Art. I love those, man. I actually have a My Face 2 helmet for my collection. I had as a Ahsoka 332nd, and I have it in my porch right now because of yours. I'm like, I gotta just go to 501st, man. Those look so cool when you were showing them off last week.
Dude,
I know. I gotta figure out how to move. Oh, I can probably just do this.
Jeff.
There it is.
We're doing something weird before Scott puts back on.
So I didn't zero in on this. So in the upper top is also Darren Tan, the free print that we got of Vader with the troopers. That's an awesome print. I should have taken a picture, dude, because they were giving that away for free.
Whoa.
Oh, geez, really?
He hand signed it, and then upper right is a Darren McLaren, who's an illustrator, did a kick-ass Wampa. Yeah, and he does little thumbnails, portraits of Star Wars characters. Look him up on Instagram. And I actually that's an original piece. He sells these on his Etsy shop. He does live demos when he's making them, and if you reach out to him, he'll tell you when he's going to post them. And I don't have a close up of that. That thing is all marker, and it's incredible.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah.
Death Trooper? Whose Death Trooper is this?
So that's Rogue One. That's the Rogue One piece that came if you bought a Nissan Rogue when the movie came out.
Yeah.
I found a guy selling it on Facebook Marketplace.
That's a good one.
Put up in the Rogue. He's like, yeah.
And then Black Series?
Black Series with a shroud that I got at Disney store.
That one goes for a lot right now.
I sold mine.
I remember Sean was showing it last week.
Yeah.
I sold mine to some guy in Australia for like $500. I was like, "You really want this?" He's like, "Yeah."
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, "All right, man, if you want it." Yeah, it was 2021. I sold it to him.
Holy cow!
Wow, dude.
I didn't get that much for mine, but I got $350 for mine.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you put the hood on it and it covers the battery thing on the top, like, I mean, it's a great piece.
Dude, I got mine on clearance for $50 at Walmart.
Damn.
Wow.
It's great, but
and you sold it for $500?
Yeah.
Dude,
oh,
you're my
man,
hero.
So that's the Anovis, Anovis. That's the EFX PCR that the kind and gentle Eben was good enough to sell me.
I was gonna say, if anyone in the chat has a PCR for not too much, let me know. So
I can sell it to you for $900.
How much?
$1,200. I can sell it to you for $1,500.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
$2,000.
That's the thing, dude. That helmet has jumped up in price in the past
it's my favorite piece. If everything else, I lost everything else.
Well, brand new. This helmet was $299. Brand new.
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous.
And I when I was really getting into looking for a Vader helmet, I wound up getting the Black Series because I couldn't find anything. And I knew it wasn't going to be right, but I display it exploded, so it looks great, right? So it totally works being exploded. But I finally found one on eBay. The PCR, I saw somebody was selling it for like $800 or whatever, brand new in a box. So remember, this thing came out in like 2016 or something.
Yeah.
So this was 2020 or 2021, somewhere around there. And then I found one new in the box, might have been free shipping. It wound up being $600. So I jumped at it. And that was perfect timing because that's when everybody was getting their checks.
Yeah.
Right, from the government, and I'm like, boom, government's buying this for me. So that's how I went up with mine.
I was watching one on eBay, and it was at like $300. And I was like, okay, dude. The last like 2 minutes, people started bidding. Where I was like, why are you screwing everyone, man? It ended up like $650. It went from $300 to $650 in a minute, and I'm like, well,
you're like, this is my space. Clear it out.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Let me bid little micro bids, But whatever.
Yeah, Sean has this one too.
Yeah, awesome
Sean Stone.
helmet, man.
Yeah, it's great.
So here's a question: does anybody know if they made the imperfect one? Because they were in surprise, EFX marketing something they don't make and distribute. But there was a flawed one that had kind of more brushing on the cheeks and it had the little S scar.
Yeah.
On the
So that one is, it's either the Legend or was it Legend, or somebody correct me, Legend and Legendary or something like that. I think there were two other versions. And yeah, it was more correct for the film. So the guy that took the cast from these, I think it's Gino Sabatini. We all had dinner with him down in Comic-Con. He also is the one that just did the Yoda doll. If you saw George or any of those, anybody post that same guy. So he took the cast directly off of this one. This one was like the idealized. In other words, it was clean and easy. The other ones had the paint and the C-scar and damage, and they're beautiful, but those are the ones that are going for, $1,500 to $3,000.
I've never even seen a picture of those, so they do have them. Yeah. I didn't think they met production. I didn't think.
No, they did. They were 900, I think, brand new, and because they were fiberglass also too. They're fiberglass, so a lot more with it. But yeah, beautiful helmet.
So funny story, real quick. So the stand, which you can't see too much of there.
The stand.
I know, Frankie, you're right. I've said it like 3 times. Nobody's taking a drink.
I had to get another one. That's why I was.
I'm trying to do too many things at the same time.
So, dude, I had in our last house this old marble towel holder, and this is before I even knew the hack about putting your buckets on towel holders. And it's marble. It's like dark marble, and it looked great on this Vader piece. I was like, cool, I'm going to use it here. You can't see the back plaque, but Brian Muir, there's a signed plaque back there that Evan got me. So then Kenobi comes out, and you see Vader on Mustafar, and he's sitting on a marble friggin' throne, and it matches this thing like almost identical in like the tone and the texture. I'm like, holy crap!
It's Darth Marble.
Darth Marble.
Right. It's in his personal space.
And then this one is Cybercraft or
Cybercraft.
Sam Loves Art. Okay.
This is Cybercraft. Black Series.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think here's the thing. The way it's displayed, it looks fantastic, right?
Thanks, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Cheap Amazon stand. It was like $18, $15.
Jeez.
It's the lighting. The lighting can change everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Those are just
and then you got this
from IKEA. Yeah,
and this is on the other side?
Yep, just flanks it.
Yeah. And these are all Black Series?
All Black Series.
So the Bo-Katan, I wound up buying the Bo-Katan off of George Medina, right?
Okay.
So he carried it on the plane the entire time from Florida to come out here, and then he gets out. Okay, so they get out here for celebration. They're here. I meet up with Evan and George. He brings it awesome. That night we wind up going into downtown Disney because I brought him into Disney because they're going to do Disney nights. We walk in the Trader. What is it called? Trader or something or other. Star Trader or something. I can't remember. That's in downtown Disney, and the entire store is filled with these things. And I was like, dude, I am so sorry. He's like, it's okay, bro. It's like crap. So I felt horrible, but it's definitely a funny story. Yeah.
I want the helmet. I have nowhere to put it though, so that's why I haven't ordered it. But I love Bo-Katan's design.
I do too. I love it.
Those sabers are crap.
And the thing is, if there's certain things that you really, really want, you have to figure it out, because the thing is that if you go, I don't have a place to put it right now or whatever, the stuff winds up being gone. And then if you do want to track it down, it's twice the cost or 3 times the cost.
Exactly. So, Scott, to your point, I had these sabers, right? I had these that sold out.
Yeah.
And I was nice and gave them to Jeff. For
no space.
No space.
$1,400, and I want them. After I started seeing everyone get them, I'm like, shit, should have held on to them.
But I mean, seriously, could you live with yourself though? You got it for $300, $400, whatever it was. I can't remember, and then turn around and sold it for $1,700 to somebody.
Yeah.
Do you feel good about yourself doing that?
No, and I don't. I like her Clone Wars version anyway. And I know Jeff's gonna pay me back with that half-scale probe droid one day. So
yeah, someday.
That's right. It'll be left in his will for you.
His will, he put you down.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not going to anybody else in my family because nobody else wants it. So, yeah.
That's a great
Love
picture. That's
I
a
love
great
that.
picture, man.
Thank you, man. This piece, so I bought this secondary market, Frank and Sons, here in California. More than I wanted to pay for it, and I didn't know they were going to do another edition of this stinking Hot Toys. But dude,
Yeah, it's different though.
The paint app on this thing is insane. Like it's just, for a 1/6 figure, it looks like it's a statue paint app on it. They just went nuts on this thing.
Yeah,
couldn't believe it.
This one is really good. I liked this one. I almost kept this one. I got out of 1/6 other than the clone stuff, but I did like this one a lot. It was all the stuff that came with it.
Dude, the posability, you got the flight rod. Like I've had him up, flying and pointing the Gatling gun down. It's just like
you can't display him up like that because you don't have the space there.
No space.
Yeah.
Ooh. Or you just float in, float out. Like
what? Yeah. I'm slick.
He's gotten crazy with these cues that he's
playing.
Yeah, but the thing that's cool, the thing that was cool about this figure is that when I got him, because I was kind of wavering on it, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, because this is the problem with reviews, right? Somebody does a review, you're like, yeah, whatever on that. Then they do a review, you watch the review, and you're like, crap, now I need to go get it. And that's how it was with this. So as soon as I got him, and by the time he showed up, he was already worth almost double the price at that time because he had gone into wait list. And you're thinking, do I take him out of the box? Do I do a Jason and sell him for $1,700? Or do I? Yeah. Right? What was that? New rule?
He said anybody drinking White Claw has to drink wine.
Has to drink 2 drinks.
I'm a lightweight, man. I'm feeling it.
Dude, after the vodka bottle I polished off last week, I take it easy.
Yeah. So anyways, that color looks great in the photo. You probably did that with your iPhone.
These photos kind of suck, yeah.
I love that tough screen.
I'm complimenting you on them, and you're like, yeah, these kind of suck.
They suck.
I love that
one.
So
this one was the shady deal, which we absolutely love. The story. Jason's like meeting a guy in a back alley near a dumpster. Maybe by the dumpster. Yeah.
Like the price is too good, and then a car comes flying around at the place that's not even his house, and it's where I almost got beaten up by the junior soccer team.
Oh my God.
The kids. So on this one, I'm still debating, should I get the Scott and crew? I sent you the Etsy stands that I could elevate these and do the illuminated basement. It's like, do I take them out? Do I put them on that? Do I keep them in this in the box? Because the box itself is
they display great.
Well, how big is the stand? Because I'm like almost wondering if you can keep the box and either display them on top of it or display them up above them, or pull the foam or something like that.
Have you seen the Jason? I thought about you this week because there was another guy that did the Galaxy's Edge boxes and he puts them on acrylic. And they elevate them out of the box.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, nice. I've seen an Etsy person. I've seen an Etsy person. My wife did this where they take the Galaxy's Edge boxes and they completely redo them. They paint them. Yeah. They'll add electronics to them. I would totally dig those because then you got these little boxes lit up in the room and things.
You should talk, Jason. Talk to Benjamin and see if he can design something where they actually. Yeah, he puts 2 acrylic pieces together and maybe curves the acrylic, so that they'll elevate out of the box.
That's ideally what I'd like to do with it, because I'd love to keep the box because I love the plaque in there. It's kind of cool having the music if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I would do that. I'll have to try and find the picture for you because the Galaxy's Edge box one was really cool where they put the acrylic on it. And
send that to me, man.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Quick question. Quick poll with you guys out there on the chat and everything, and also you guys. The Ahsoka hilts. You have these ones, and then you have the original ones. And it doesn't matter who the maker is. If it's Galaxy's Edge or somebody else, which ones do you guys prefer? Do you have a preference? Do you care?
I like Clone Wars. I like Clone Wars anything over everything. But I like they have the balls. Kind of remind me of the Padawan Obi-Wan type deal.
Yeah.
I like her Padawan, her Clone Wars ones. But I do like the blue Saber crystals in season 7 she gets compared to the green. I do like those. But these are cool. These are very samurai-ish. But I like the Clone Wars personally.
So I'm guessing Frankie's saying the ones in the picture.
Yeah, he likes those ones.
My guess is Frankie likes the ones with the balls.
Yeah, you always want what you can't have. Anyways, so yeah, it's like I prefer the original Clone Wars ones, and I saw that Saber Bay has them as a set for like 325 somewhere in there.
I regret.
What do you
not
think,
picking
Jeff?
them
Which
up.
one do you like?
I was last at Galaxy's. I could have got them. I didn't.
Yeah, so the curved ones are nice because it's just so different than anything else that's out, right? But I do like the traditional ones, like the straight ones that she has. I like those.
Hey, Matt.
So and the Galaxy's Edge ones are really nice. So the original.
Well, I think George did a great review of the Galaxy's Edge versus the Black Series ones. And somebody just had it in the comment that what I like about the Clone Wars Ahsoka ones is the pommel on it is like Obi-Wan's episode 1.
Right, sick knob.
Yeah, that thing. I love that design.
Knob,
yeah, I still want to get those.
On that one.
On
yes, Clone Wars, exactly.
I do like the katana looks of these. I love the bend because it was just such a different, radically different design than we'd seen before.
And these really fit her look in Mando, where she kind of has the like ninja-y vibe. And
yeah, totally.
Dude, let's talk about that real quick. Did you have any guess that they were going to start that episode like that, where she showed up? That thing that was just nuts.
The Mando one? You're talking about the Mando episode?
Yeah, we're just right off the bat. It's like she's just narking guys.
She's cutting people through trees and shit. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, and when she lit them both up and it, lit up her face, that was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
So Matt was asking, did these come with blades?
They did not. No, they were gonna have to jump me into the gang if I wanted blades.
No, they came from Disney. They don't get anything for free.
Yeah. When you approach the guy saying, "Hey, you got the stuff?" Yeah. I was like, "Hey, you got the stuff?"
You got my sabers.
Well, so I was one of those suckers that I was there, and I was 17. I had 17,000 people in front of me at Shop Disney, where I was like, "This is all I wanted." I was just just wasn't happening.
It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know how I feel like I jumped on after Jeff and Evan, and somehow I had like 3,000 people in front of me. Nothing.
Yes.
All of a sudden, it's in my cart, and I'm like, Jeff, I have one in my cart. Do you want it? Send me your credit card info right now. And I like the high of
Jeff, I'm trapped in a foreign country. Send me your credit card now.
That's what's so funny, right? Is that you got his credit card number after him.
Send me money, please.
Yeah. No, I couldn't get my wallet out fast enough.
Yeah. I can only take it in Best Buy gift cards, please. Thank you.
Small denomination.
So, Matt, they do have blades for them. They're the standard Galaxy's Edge ones. You would just get a short one, which I think is, 29 inches, and then a 36 on the other one, so they are available.
Because these were released earlier, and I think 2 years ago or so, and they ceased to continue to sell them. But they had blades because they do have, even though they're kind of a narrow frame. Yeah, the hilt is circular, so it does fit.
It's wide enough to take it for sure.
The thing that I like about the Galaxy's Edge blades is they work with every saber.
Yeah.
Right. So you can just if you're just screwing around with them and you pull one out, whatever, you can just put one blade in and then move to the next one. Right. It's not like you have to have 20 of them.
And it's interesting because it's somewhere in the hilt, or it tells the blade, oh, this is going to be red, this one's going to be blue, this one's going to be green, whatever they're doing to it. And I think that the Galaxy's Edge hilts display very nicely, as we'll talk about that a little bit later with other makers. But I think this whole presentation, the box and the hilts in it it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And just the heft of it. The thing is, Jeff, you'll test. It's a weighty piece, man. It's not chintzy.
Yeah, it is for sure.
I kicked myself
out
again.
I'm like you, Jason. I have the box, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to display the box. So I originally had sold those the first set, the curved sabers. The first set that they had without the box, and I kind of sold them because I knew that when they were going to come out with the new series, there's no way Disney's going to pass up not making another set.
Sure.
So Anyway,
Such a popular
yeah.
character. Yeah. No.
It is.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
the box came out, and J2SO was able to help me out. So, because otherwise we were screwed. So,
So this guy lights up too. I didn't think about
Whoopsie.
lighting him up,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's Kota Bakayu 1/6.
Kota Bakia.
Love it. Yeah, sorry, Kota Bakayu.
I love this
Right.
next photo because
That's okay. It took me a long time to pronounce it, and I still don't pronounce. I don't even speak English correctly, so don't worry. Don't listen to me.
Dude, I love this because I love that you have the animated style of the helmet there. I love that.
And it's like, where did you get these? Like the Grievous and the Yoda and.
Those are Gentle Giant, right?
Gentle Giant.
Yeah. So another funny story. So these, I mean, we're back with the, shortly after the Gendy Tartakovsky animated series, which I love that original Clone Wars. The fitting in right before Revenge of the Sith. So I bought the Yoda when it was originally available. I didn't have the space for all the other ones, so I had to skip on those. Yeah, Frankie, I Yoda's my boy, so I like when that came out. I'm like, if I've got enough space for one, I got to get the Yoda. But they did like probably 6 other characters from that series, which I would love to pick up. But oddly enough, about 6 or 7 months ago, I was just trolling the Big Bad Toy Store site, and I'm always doing filters for Gentle Giant, Diamond Select, and all of a sudden the Grievous and the Anakin pop up, and I'm like, what the hell? These were sold like 12 years ago. How the hell? So they obviously had warehouse find, like Sideshow's famous warehouse finds, and I think the Grievous is still available. You can go on there and get him. The Anakin sold out. But yeah, man, I picked it up so fast, and I love this design of Grievous. It's not the movie version, but it's the Clone Wars animated version, and he's gorgeous. I love and just
total judgmental Yoda. That's the judgmental Yoda all the way.
Most judgmental Yoda.
I used to have the Bausch from this line.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was the worst thing I think I've ever sold.
Yeah, they did original trilogy also in the animated style, but they did the actual Clone Wars animated series. They did a Mace Windu, Asajj Ventress, Obi-Wan. I don't know why they didn't do a Dirge, and actually I don't know why Dirge doesn't get more representation. I'd love to have some Dirge figures.
I have I still have the. They're not on display. I have the Luke and the Han in. Stormtrooper.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Yeah, he's with the monster in the sewer.
Oh, the
Dianaga.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's the Samo.
That looks really good.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, man.
And it's like the one before this that we were looking at. This set is beautiful.
Those are, with the exception of the 501st, those are all Kota Bakia. I picked those up just about a month ago. I just went.
And this is Hot Toys.
The bases are cool.
Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that Bly. That is so cool.
Dude, that Bly is amazing. Like, I mean, these are all, not even resin. They're PVC.
Yeah.
Paint outs on them are sick. There's an Udapa one that I'd love to get and a 501st, but they're all in the same pose as that Shock Trooper at the end.
Wow.
I think the bases are cool because they don't do it like just a standard base. They do the scene bases.
Well, the guy I bought the Phase 1 from there on the left, he actually did a special custom paint job on the base.
Another back alley deal or no?
Yeah.
Mercari, yeah, all Mercari. But I love it.
Loves Mercari.
Yeah, Mercari's dope, man.
That looks great. As we just went through, I like the plexiglass. You got this plexiglass case for Maul.
That plexiglass case was more than the Maul itself.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a deal at IKEA in the parking lot of IKEA for that Maul.
What is with you and deals, man? We
LA,
saw this
baby.
guy. Yeah, LA. Yeah, I guess so.
Does the Maul goes with another piece, right? I mean, it has the.
Yes, it can connect to. There is an Obi-Wan and a Qui-Gon from Kota Bakia.
Yeah, because they did some of that too. Like they did one with the bounty hunters. The Kota Bakia, they do a nice thing where they sometimes put the pieces together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. The Grievous is cool.
Yeah. High five.
Jason, you got to get the Dooku. You got to get the Dooku now.
I know.
The Dooku, yeah. The Dooku's cool.
The Dooku would be
There's
awesome.
Dooku.
Yeah, right there. These all Galaxy's Edge?
Yes, with the exception of Anakin Saber on the left, which is Black Series.
This one right here.
Yes.
That's nice. I like the plexiglass clear stands.
Yeah, Etsy. Got those on
Nice.
Etsy.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, dude, you got some beautiful stuff in here, man.
Thank
For sure. Ooh, I love this.
So
Kotobukiya.
Sideshow, R2 and C-3PO, Kotobukiya, Vader, Hot Toys, Leia.
Wow.
Nice.
Looks fantastic, yeah.
So what I want to do in the backs, so I don't know if I should keep it the black look, or I was thinking about doing some kind of lenticular art, kind of to match, whatever scene they're in, to paste along the back. Maybe do some foam core inserts to kind of have a little, environmental
you could do.
background.
I mean, you could have the Falcon in the background. You could have lots of different things, Death Star, whatever you wanted. I mean, obviously, Chewie, I guess, is on sand, so is Luke. But yeah, I mean, Docking Bay 94 with the Falcon in the background.
Be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or split it in threes.
Yeah.
Do like right,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
A little lenticular, or
Yeah.
This was a pickup at Celebration 2019. Me and Evan. I just threw some fake crap around, and then the Black Series probe droids in the back.
I love that.
That is cool.
Yeah, I love that piece. This is what Frankie picked up. I don't know if he's gotten it yet, but this is the Hot Toys Yoda.
Oh, did you sell it to him or no? This is
no.
Yours. He's buying
he
one
said he
too.
got it online. Yeah, he's buying it. And so I have it on a plexiglass riser, and I covered it with fake moss.
Nice. Oh, sorry. There you go. Sean wants to. Yeah. Koto. That's what we're just going to call it from now on.
Koto.
But what's nice about them is that they save space because they're little. They're gonna bounce up.
Damn it! I just took a sip, Scott.
Right?
What's a double
Get me
sip?
out of here.
Anyway? Double sip.
Double
All
sip.
right, so we go
Double
back
sip.
to this. No. This. Yes. I'm learning the buttons, people. Please bear with me. So, all right. So I guess we're at that point of local weekly pickups.
Yeah, that's great.
Who got what? Who got what, man?
So I'll go first since I have way less than Santa Claus.
No, I probably have the least, but go ahead.
I got so I ordered this from Joel for a statue.
Nice.
Quarter scale droid.
It took me a second to figure out what it was. I'm like, is that a tongue? Yeah.
So I got that. But
that's cool.
I also got a few other things from him. I got Tuscan quarter scale.
Oh,
nice.
Gorgeous.
So the plan for this is, if you guys remember the Dave Dorman print that Jason has, he did one where it's it's troopers dressed. It's Tuscans, but underneath they have the trooper armor because it's showing them attacking the Lars homestead. And I love that photo. So I'm gonna buy a quarter scale trooper, put the hat on, put some robes, and recreate that with this.
Dude, that's what I love about Dave Dorman's pieces. Like, even the ones that are not part of the original trilogy, like the Sand Trooper one I have, with the one of Rey getting hassled by the First Order.
Yeah.
Like, he just sets these scenes where it's like, yeah, that totally could have happened.
That could have happened, exactly.
Like the one you're talking about with the Tuscans, right? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, dude, I love that Tuscan one. So I got that head now, so... I also got this cool-ass...
oh, nice.
Well, he said this was a custom
cool.
design by a guy, so that's pretty cool. Throw that
Hold
on.
on, Slick. Show it again. Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's gorgeous.
That, and I got a bunch of some blasters and
The Toy Store
armor. So I might do like make an ARC Trooper droid or clone out of that. So.
Jason, when you get done with it, though, are you gonna have space to display those?
Oh.
No, I won't.
So the next thing would be, Jason, please document that stuff either with photos or video, man, because I love watching how that stuff comes together or how you paint it or whatever. I'm just
love
fascinated.
The base codes. Yeah, dude, yeah. I love seeing the progression of that stuff.
Yeah. I'll do a little tutorial of how I do this guy. That would be fun.
Please, that would be amazing.
Cool.
We were just talking about you, Benjamin. but we're not going to
Dude.
tell you what we said.
Benjamin had a great idea for this bad boy, which we'll get to, but Benjamin had the exploded view of the lightsaber.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks good.
And anything else, Jason? I mean, that's quite a bit. You didn't think you had much. I think you got quite a bit.
I'm working on this guy. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, dead body.
Please just come down.
So
wow.
He's a puppet from I don't know, like the early '90s. So dude, he's beat because it's all, it's pretty hard latex now. So his ear fell off. So I'm gonna work on fixing him up. Try and pull some Tom Spina Designs rehab on him and see what I can do. So.
Better get him mouth to mouth quick, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just, my dog.
He just looks funny thin there.
I know. It's like this. He's dead.
Yeah, I bet the dogs are like, what the hell? This is shit. What is this thing?
Frankie.
But yeah, that's
Shoelaces.
Frankie, I'm not buying Frankie's not drinking, so just kidding.
Yeah.
He's drinking. He's just
I'm not buying it.
All right, who wants to go next? Jeff's or Jason?
Jeff's.
Let's see. I didn't get much this week.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll start with Joel's. From last show, I got this thing.
Yeah, dude. That is amazing. Look at the freaking detail on that thing.
Don't ask Sean Miller to draw you.
A great big kiss.
Noodles,
yes, you have to. You have to. You know you have to. Yeah.
But it's awesome, right?
What did you say, Jason? Sean, what?
Remember when Sean was talking about what he will draw, won't draw? This was one character he won't draw.
Right.
Yeah, so this one's cool. He packed it amazingly, right? I mean, it's not posable, so packed it really amazing.
But
so
the
he gave me
pose
that.
and everything, dude, has so much curve.
Dude.
Like, I mean, it's got the motion you need, right?
You just need the microphone. Yeah. You need the little microphone stand.
He gave me that, and he always ships more than right. He tells you he's going to ship. So he gave me a couple vases and some food because I got Jabba in this week as well.
So that's a sideshow. That's the sideshow Jabba, right? The big boy. Yeah.
He's over.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, dude, you had pictures earlier. This was.
I can't see it, Jeff. He's over there. Dude, that thing is huge.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty good size. So I got that. I also got which.
Jabba's cool.
Yep.
No move Sai.
Yep. No way.
Yep.
You guys didn't see these yet. These are the.
Oh, love those, man.
So these are the Rmq Sabers.
Oh yeah.
So done by Phoenix Props. So got Vader. This is the Vader one, and it's all representation, right? It's based on the picture, the original Rmq.
Are they
picture.
perfectly round? Are they octagon? Are they squished?
They're
octagons. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's cool, man.
That's really cool, man.
So need to get a blade plug for both of them, but and then here's the Luke, right? A little bit different.
Do you have a picture of that, of the two of them that you could display with us?
So what I was gonna do is I'm gonna try and cross them so that they're basically on the sides of the Rmq Vader helmet, and then I have the
never cross the streams, never cross the streams, but yeah.
But I have the Rmq Gentle Giant, like Vader, the vintage Vader. So they're gonna come out with the Star Killer guy. So I'm gonna try and match them together and do that.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. And then I unpacked probably the hardest statue ever in my life. I unpacked Grievous today, which
you're like holding your breath every time you would take out a piece.
Yeah, I have it in Dropbox, but
it looks great, man.
Oh, that does. So how tall did it wind up being? Is it 31 inches?
Or is it probably about 26? Because those shells are definitely like this first shelf is 32, so
yeah.
But the cool part is cool. He is cool. Let me pull up my pictures because we were messing around with it
earlier, man. And it's just the detail. I'll tell you the photos you sent with the gloss on his eyes and it looks like bone. The paint detail on this thing is insane.
Well, so I've been waiting for this for like 3 days. It's taken 3 days for UPS to get it here, and they totally smashed the box to shit. So it's lucky that he's even here. It all pegs in. It's not magnetic, right? But the cool part is it gave me a couple days to actually get the blacklight in, right? So here's the blacklight version of it.
Oh wow.
So he's, and this is not lit up. It's all black light. So
he just glows. Yeah.
But then you see some close-ups. Is a close-up.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
See, that's what I was talking about last week around the moisture around the eyes.
Yeah. It's a really cool piece. He's awesome.
The weather and everything, man.
Yeah, let me see. Do I have any other ones this way? Yeah. I was talking to Jason before the show. We were trying to do scale. So this is a 1/6 Gree next to him.
Okay.
Just for scale.
Be right back.
And then here's him being built.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, it's really scary. It's a scary piece. Everything pegs in. So yeah, he's up and running. So, and then let me see if I got the other shot. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there he is together.
He really, dude, he fits perfectly on the bottom there. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I had to build this like coffee table thing. So I just did I bought 2 legs from Amazon, and then another leg in the center there. Underneath that shelf is actually a heater. So I got to be so far off the heater in order to pump heat into the room. And then for an alternative, because I wanted them to match, I did the same thing on the other side. This Jabba is actually moving to a completely different area of the room. But you can kind of see it. This side is a complete disaster right now. It's a mess. So
dude, those the Jabba and the Grievous make your 6 scale commanders look like black figures. It's crazy. That's so awesome.
It's pretty crazy. And then, I mean, I know people have seen a far out view of it, but then this is the actual droid too. So
that's still my favorite thing. That's so cool.
Yeah, and J2SO did the base. So
no big deal.
If you're looking for bases, definitely hit them up.
And that's a half scale, right?
Yeah, half scale droid.
There's a level of anxiety you will never feel not living in earthquake country.
Right. Yeah, you don't want that. Definitely don't get that Grievous if you're living in earthquake territory.
No, so you saw all my display case and everything. They're all tethered to the wall. They've all
nice.
Yeah.
I worry about that with the Hot Toys taking a dive.
Yeah, man.
I think everything else is. It would take quite a bit for the helmets to come down. But what?
Yeah, do quick hold putty. You can do the fixture putty. Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. We're just like, one good jolt and coming down.
Yeah, so it's been a busy week. I still have. There's a guy in the UK that's painting up the 1-to-1 R2.
That's right.
So I got probably 2 more weeks on that.
How is that going to ship? By freight?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that, Scott. How's it? Well, is it in pieces? Is it assembled?
It definitely is in pieces. So the legs, the body is all one. I think the top is another piece, and then the 2 legs.
2 legs. So what space will it go into in your room?
Did it find out? I don't know right now.
But it's going to look killer. I mean, dude, your room with raising those panels, lighting the panels with all that stuff, with now Grievous in there. You've got the Yoda on order, right? Some other stuff. The coffee. How's the coffee table coming along?
It's a mess. They're still sitting on the top. You can see the vehicles on the top.
Yeah.
All those need to move that down. I got coasters. I got Rebel and Empire coasters for it. The table.
You get those from where?
Etsy.
But
there's the panels.
Ooh, I like whatever Jason's got going on here. That was cool.
Yeah. That's cool.
I don't know what to do with this space over here yet. So
that space?
Yeah, the shelves.
Jeff, you raising those back panels behind Boba and Vader looks so great.
Yeah, I love them. They're raised and lit up. They're great. I mean, and I can change the colors out. And
that's my. Are those our Home Depot ones?
These are the Home Depots. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's my next project behind my Vader here is to get that same panel. But they raised the dude since I know we talked about this, Jeff. Scott, I don't know if you know, because your wife works at Home Depot, so I'm gonna have a phone to pick with her. So does my mom. So, when we started this show, Those panels were like $74.
Yep.
Started this show, what? Evan got it going with us in like February, January. Now they're like $120, $130. I'm like, what?
No, I think she just got one recently, and I don't think it was anywhere near that cost.
79.
Yeah, how much?
It's like 130 down here.
So ask Janine, how much were the panel? And stop this. I will cut it as soon as I can. She's like, I need someone to cut mine. I will cut it as soon as I can. Yeah, still $74. I am. I just haven't had a chance. I've been so busy with work, or it's been too hot if I've had the time. But yeah, I got to cut it right up in the middle because we have a big mirror on the end. So like you go down the stairs, you hit the platform, and you turn at the end of the stairs. We got a big mirror there, and if I cut the panel in half, I can put it on either side of it. So it goes, panel and then the mirror, and it's just going to look great. But,
it should be easy. It should be easy to cut them.
It's composite. It's just jigsaw from no problem. Yeah. It's just laying it out and marking it and then doing it.
You get those. So, because Evan was asking me this too, so I contemplated for like weeks trying to figure out if I wanted to build a box around them or put plexi or I even talked to J2SO about like should do a shower curtain and staple that, stretch it out. And that is literally just right up against the wall with LEDs. There's no glass, there's no plexi, there's no plastic. And I like that the light bleeds out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
so what kind of light did you use? Just the regular strip lighting?
Yeah, just 60. It needed to be it needs to be a little bit more than the 60. It's 64 and a half feet of LED.
Wow. Yeah. Per each one.
Per panel, yeah. And it's the GoV lighting, so it's cheaper. The only problem with GoV LEDs is you don't get white. You don't get pure white. So, anyways.
Yeah, that's one thing about it. It's almost like a light blue, which is usually the color of my skin when I'm not burnt. I just have two colors: light blue, red. Light blue, red. There's no in between.
The funny part is I actually got 4 of these panels when they first came out. So I have 2 extras that are sitting in cold storage, and I'm like, when we do our garage sale, I'm going to put them out as Star Wars panels. I'm not putting them up as privacy panels.
So you can't use them anywhere, huh? You're just like, no, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is it a privacy panel if it has a big hole in it?
I don't know. It's so weird. Yeah. Like, if you put those outside, the first person that came over would be like, oh, dude, cool Star Wars balls.
Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Not privacy panels.
Yeah. Scott, I'll send you the link too for the standoffs because in the panel, you'll see around the perimeters of the panel, they have all these little like pre-marked holes where you could actually mount them in the outside. So if you I use the standoffs to push it 1.5 inches off of the wall, which gives the LED enough room to bounce off of the wall and shine back in. And it's just standoffs. It's just chrome standoffs that you use for plexiglass.
Mm-hmm. Or glass. Yeah. Please.
So that's my pickups. It's
nice.
So, yeah.
Jason, Mr. Dewback Deliveries.
I'm just looking at Sean Miller saying we were drinking a lot more last week.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
we were
good.
crazy. Yeah.
All right. So did get, as did Scotty, the new Desert Wanderer.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, with mine, the CoverTech wheel is machined in the wrong spot. So mine will probably have to go back and get replaced. Yeah, yours is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, this is a little loose, the igniter. But, the weathering on this thing. So, when we saw George's review, I was like, yeah, Black Series, you're gone. I canceled that one scene so fast.
That guy did it to me too. He did the review, and even though I don't want it installed, I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to get this one now. And then I'm like, no, I'm okay. And then I see you and Evan both get it, and I'm like, I felt left out. So
yeah, it's just the weathering on it, and I've always wanted an Obi-Wan piece. And until a month and a half ago, I didn't collect Sabers, and now I guess I collect Sabers. And I was like,
now I guess I collect Sabers.
So yeah, just the heft of it, and just the build, except for the loose. It's going to be sitting in the cabinet, so this is forgivable, but I totally understand, Scott. You gotta send it back, so it's what you want.
Yeah, it just bummed me out, because it's such a beautiful piece. They weathered it great. Everything looks fantastic on it, but it's like, however they did that, it's in the wrong spot. And there's no way to move it or re-thread it. There's just no choice. But I also, in my email to them, hopefully they'll get back to me. If not, I'll start hunting them down. I asked about tightening the clamp block there. And see if they come back with how to do that or not.
I wonder
because I don't want to pry it apart,
No. I wonder if just in their urgency to have so many ready to ship that they kind of rushed some of the assembly. Because I think that's something they've had to deal with is, the turnaround to shipping, and they wanted to have
turnaround time was fantastic. I'm still waiting on the V2 that I ordered on May 4th or whatever.
Dude, yeah, this went up for sale not even a week ago. It'll be a week tomorrow.
Yeah. And they went out like right away within a couple days. It's amazing.
It looks good. The weathering up top is great.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I also have the Roman props MK1, I think it is, the Obi-Wan, which is episode 4, which is a beautiful hilt. I mean, that hilt is absolutely gorgeous. But when George held the two of them up, you could totally see the differences, and I like that because the grenade section is much smaller on this one, the Desert Wanderer, than it is in the one in episode 4. And there's enough differences between the two that displaying them together will look fantastic, but yet they're different,
So real quick, Benjamin said that's his favorite saber. What's everyone's favorite saber hilt? If you had to pick one, you can only pick one.
Well, my go-to is always going to be the first one I ever saw, right? Which is going to be the classic Graflex, bubble strip, Luke. That's the first one that you saw. But I absolutely love the Obi-Wan MK1 from episode 4. That was beautiful.
All right.
That's me. You guys?
I like the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I like the Kenobi one that's the Jason, it's the one with it's the fancier one. It's the one with it's from the
Phantom Menace
prequels. Yeah.
Phantom Menace one. Yeah.
I like that one.
You like that one?
I love the design on that one.
Is it because it's nice and shiny?
Nice and shiny.
Is that? Well, I mean, what is it that you love about it? The colors. It's shiny. It's new. I
just like it's different. It's so different. I like the pommel on it is different. The lights are on it are different. I don't know. I like that one. It's cool. So I like the second sister one too that I have. That one's cool.
I would think that one's pretty impressive. And then Jeff Rohde, Starkiller Hilt. That's his favorite.
Yeah, that one's good too. I like the different ones. The ones that are just completely right out there. Right. Dooku's is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's tough because I'd say my two. I guess if you could pick a good guy and a bad guy, it'd be Dooku's. His is so cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I love Qui-Gon's. I love how black it is. It's simple, but it has a green.
There it is with you in that black again. But go ahead. Yeah.
I know you can't beat it, man. His is just so sleek. It's so cool. Yeah. I love that one.
It's got the ball bottom with the spikes on it. It's not even spikes. Yeah, and then I mean, it's a simple looking hilt, but it's classic. It's classy. Class C.
It's got like the ball. He's doing it again.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with this one honestly because I've been wanting to add an Obi-Wan piece, and I just love as a character. I love Obi-Wan from day one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was looking. They've been out of stock with some of the episode 4 Obi-Wan Sabers. So when this came up, I was like, okay, it's just the best of both worlds, kind of merging the prequels with the original trilogy. So I just love. I mean, you just have different levels of it. I mean, you could just spend some time, kind of going down the saber and just dissecting the composition of it, and I love that. So many good designs out there, but this one is for me.
Well, it's like Roger Christensen? Is that correct? That was the prop guy. So the Graflex one is basically the Graflex, right? They put some T-tracks on the bottom and a bubble strip from a calculator, and boom, there it was. It was done. But the Obi-Wan hilt, all the parts, the booster section, the sync knob at the end, the graphics clamp, the grenade part, and the gold, and then the emitter, which is coming from the same Rolls-Royce engine that the IG head came from. It's all part of that. That all those different parts made that thing up. It's just like, wow, that is freaking amazingly.
But
cool.
There's intent there, right? I mean, it's not like you just grab this, and put it together. I mean, there's just thought behind all of that. It's funny where they sourced all those things from, but there's just a synergy and kind of a harmony, right? That just
and that they got them all to be within the same size of each other, filling up the same amount of space. Otherwise, Obi's hilt could have been like this big, and Luke's could have been like this, right? So,
but you look at like Jeff's pieces from the Macquarie designs, right? So like, there's differences there, but it almost looked like they were like, okay, these are all going to be manufactured, and there's some slight differences, in the concepting. So at some point, they were just like, no, we're going to go totally outside that. Go with the Graflex, source some different pieces here together, and that's cool. Benjamin just had a thing about Christopher Lee being a descendant of King Charlemagne.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I love that piece. So that's what made me a collector when I went to Galaxy's Edge back in April for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the outpost, and I'm looking here, and I'm like, I don't collect sabers. I don't have space for this.
There it is. There,
and I'm going back and forth, and this guy walks up and he buys everything that's there. And he was like, obviously a tourist from Japan, and like he just bought everything. And I'm like, my wife is, she's like, okay, we're at Pizza Planet. We go back, and I'm sitting there and they're eating. I'm like, I gotta go back. And she's like, well, okay, just go back. And I bought the 4, but that Dooku was the one that drew me in, because that curved kind of almost like a precursor to the Ahsoka katanas. I just love it's such a unique design, and I love the little guard on it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but
Scott, did you? Sorry,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
did you
I was just gonna. Go ahead. You speak.
Did you build Did you guys end up building the hardware store one?
No, Janine keeps talking about it, and I go, "Do you have the list?" She said, "Yeah," but no.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not like it looks halfway decent.
It does. I think it looks great, especially from a distance. But I mean, walking around, because they'll do like when they do Made of Force stuff. She's got all her Star Wars patches and things like that on her apron. I could totally see her wearing, that hardware one all day long. It would be awesome. Or even just to wear it through the store. Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be cool, like for her to have in the store or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was just curious if you guys built it.
Other thing that would be cool is a lot of times they'll do events for kids, like they'll do the painting or they'll build something or whatever, and you do one for adults with that. Would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be
or
cool
kids,
too.
Teenagers.
Yeah, I got everything I got everything in my cart to buy it to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was missing one part, and I'm like. And I never went back to it, but I thought about it when we were talking about sabers tonight. I'm like, I wonder if anybody's built that. So
yeah, Jeff, you need some projects.
Yeah, need some more projects. Yeah, for sure.
Well,
what's everybody's least favorite?
Yeah. No, Scott, did we get your favorite?
No, we did not. Favorite? But what I was going to say real quick was when you were talking about, the guy buying all the sabers at Galaxy's Edge, and then you were with your wife, and you're like, you know what, I got to go back. So, dude, sometimes that feeling is so awesome, right? You made it up, and you're like, you know what, I have to get this. And it's, I don't know, it's a fun feeling. It's not a regret.
Well, because here's the thing. It's like, I didn't have the money for all this stuff 10 years ago, and then I started having
I don't have
kids.
The money now, but go on.
Yeah, I don't have the money now, but then you start having kids, and you're like, is this really, I could be putting this towards the 529 account or something. Honestly, it's like we don't live extravagantly. We've got a nice home, but we stay local when we travel. We don't live high on the hog, and it's like, we can afford a few things here that just make us happy. We don't go on European vacations, and it's like we do stuff, and my son gets a kick out of making fun of me, right? So he gets enjoyment out of it because I'm a nerd and he hates Star Wars, and it's like it's something communal even in our own house that we have stuff to talk. Like my wife today, she's like, so who's on the show tonight? It got pretty contentious last week. Is it going to stay civil?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I think it was the pandemic. You're trying to not having a good a good past with things. You know, we had lost our house at some point. We lived in a garage. We finally get out. We're just trying to make ends meet, paycheck to paycheck. And then we're working from home. And part of the thing for me is I'm not driving. I was driving for a long time back and forth to work, which was, you know, about $700 in gas a month. So when that started to disappear and the traveling disappeared, and all of a sudden you're home, it's like I finally got to a point after I don't know how many months home, 4 or 5 months. I'm like, I need a new chair. I have to have a new chair, and I'm looking for something cheap. I don't want to spend a lot of money. Blah blah blah. You know, you go through it, and then I ordered something, and then was like, that's not what I wanted. You know, so I canceled that and went back and got what I wanted. Then I did the same thing with the monitor. I got the monitor I wanted, and at that point, I think I was at a point of like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna get some things. I'm going to get stuff that I like. I'm going to stop trying to hold on to every single penny in case something happens. Yeah. And you just get sick of it. And all of a sudden you feel like you're living again instead of, you know, again, paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, you don't want to be stupid and you don't want to be foolish, but I needed that. I needed that.
The time for half measures is over. Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, go buy shit you want to buy.
Right.
Well, and it's, somebody said it perfect, you know, it's, I think George might say it or someone else, but, you know, collect what you love. Don't go into crazy debt for it. I mean, and that's the thing about this community I love is, you know, we're builders, right? We find ways to make things economically and they look fantastic. Look what Joel does, right? I mean, it's just, ingenuity and a wellspring of ideas that it's like, you don't have to have deep pockets necessarily to get what you love.
That's why I make half my shit, man. I'd love to have a Grievous, but right now, you know, it's like I'm saving up for a wedding. I can't spend $900 on a Grievous. So, you know, if I can get some awesome prints and make my own things, and you can be creative and, you know, make stuff. So
yeah, but it's going to have more meaning to you anyways because you did it. Yeah, you just do. It's like, you know, the Falcons that I've been wanting to get back to working on and all that other stuff and learning how to paint that and go through it. I'm looking forward to it. It's fun, you know, than to just necessarily spend more money, buy it, and then go, that's it. I mean, obviously, there are certain things that are outside my limit. Like I can't come up with a good head sculpt or something. That's not me. Yeah. But this other stuff, yeah, why not, right?
But isn't that cool to have that friggin' option that not only do you have, you know, manufactured pieces, but now you got 3D printing. It's like that still blows my mind. I still can't wrap my head around that. Somebody has
the size noodles that Jeff just got from Joel. Yeah. That piece is amazing.
Getting stuff from friends like that and people in the community, you know, like that Java obviously is awesome, but knowing that the whole Cantina band is going to be from someone, you know, Jeff and we all know and are friends with, and Joel, that makes it so much cooler. You know what I mean?
You could complete. You don't have to wait for Hot Toys or Sideshow to create those characters because they probably won't.
They won't ever do it. Yeah.
But you can fill in that space. Yeah.
I like how you can mix things. I like how we can mix things in. So, I mean, that's the part. It's like we're talking about the band, right? I mean, they're not going to do the band again.
No.
Like they're not going to ever do that. So, yeah. So it's nice to be able to mix in.
It's interesting though because I think with Mando especially bringing back our love for Star Wars. I mean, I never lost it, but I mean, it definitely brought back a lot of people back to Star Wars. That if Hot Toys was to go back and start doing original characters again, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it over doing the 100th Spider-Man or Batman or whatever. They're going to kill it. And I would love to see them actually do a nice Princess Leia with a good head sculpt. I mean, I think the Hoth one looks amazing, but the original one didn't. And the Han and all that other stuff because, dude, it's a money machine. It really is if they would do it, you know? And then as far as, I figured I'd show this real quick. I got this from Mr. Jeff Sage.
Oh, I love that.
Jeff, that looks amazing, man.
And it looks absolutely. So I got this, and I was able to put my little pinhead in it. It fit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't fit.
So there is a little sharp spot back here, but I did get my pinhead in there because the helmet does open. It does open up and everything. And then Janine just got the Royal Guard helmet from Jeff as well. So my friends, my very close friends, cost me lots of money, but I love it. I have to say, I love it.
Wouldn't you rather pay it to them?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you fund other things for me, right? So I can't get that. Like most of my, I know I I spend a lot of money in this room, but like a lot of it is through trades or selling off of what I don't want
Are you
anymore,
coming through?
or the autograph.
Hold on one
stuff.
second. Yeah.
So,
But that's fun. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's part of the excitement, you know.
yeah,
Being able to wheel and deal with friends. I mean, because to me, it's still, I have to pinch myself because when I was a kid, you know, I would have loved to have had all these things and be able to see these things beyond the original Kenner line. And it's like, it's like an embarrassment of riches at this point, right? That we have all this stuff, but
Yeah.
it's more about just building the community of people that have as much reverence and love for it as you do, or you did as a kid. Oh, special guest.
Oh, special guest. Hold on one second.
it's awesome.
There,
I love
it
the
is.
special edition version of the
Leopard
the
print.
She's trying to take me out.
It's awesome.
That's awesome, Jimmy.
Once Palpatine died, they just went to a dance club after that. So they're like,
With the cheetahs.
out.
Well, she walked upstairs with the thing on. She's walking through my room, and you can tell she can't see. Yeah, it's funny. They absolutely loved it.
It's awesome. Yeah.
That's very.
But
cool.
you know what's cool is thinking about like, and I know Scott and I are a little bit older, but it's so cool that because I don't have the talent, that there are people that had that same passion growing up,
Yeah.
and then they actually became builders, like Joel. You know, they were like, I'm not going to wait for somebody to make it. I'm going to make it.
I'm gonna make it. Yeah, exactly. And now with the tools that we have,
I just have the utmost respect for that, man. I just think that's incredible to be able to do that. That's just amazing.
What's this? It didn't cost you much. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sean gave us a DTOF that we went and picked up.
Nice,
What was it, last weekend? God,
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
everything's
that's
run
right.
together.
Man.
That was great.
Cases.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the Magic cases look amazing. But on the other side, I watched a video recently of Peter. Is it Peter Tran? He poses. He's been on Justin's show, Justin's Collection, where he does a lot of great poses with Hot Toys.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he took a regular. I mean, Magic case is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but he took a regular, the metal bookcases that have all the holes, and almost turned it into looking like a Magic case. It still cost him $800 total, but the thing is it did look good. But I would say seeing the Magic cases up close and personal, they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Nice. I looked at those. I looked at that video for that guy that did the case too, where he did the plexi and the magnets and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
saw that. Yeah.
And then you look at people that try to put the Magic cases together, like watch videos trying to put them together. It's insane. Like,
Well, yeah, Sean was saying it took him like 2 days or something like that. And what it is it's extruded aluminum that have the little things, so you've got to tighten in the set screws and all that other stuff. And then it's like 1/4 inch for the back, which is our 1/8 inch, which is either white or black, and then the bottom part and all that. They look really good. I mean, you walk in and you look at, like with Sean's place, he had DTOFs on the side, which look fantastic. But then you look at this Magic case setup and you're like, wow. It's like, this is really cool. That's museum. It's huge difference.
Yeah, you can fit more in too, because the DTOFs are, they're nice because it's all glass, but like the Magic cases are like
they just have killer space. Yeah,
because the DTOF shelf's like 13 by 13, right?
Yeah, that's.
I think they're 16 by, or close to 16 deep by 16 or something.
Yeah.
Because they can only fit like a 1/6 in there. I think it's like maybe 13 tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it. I know we all do this. We all go to Etsy and like dig around for Star Wars stuff all the time.
No.
There's a guy on there that's now selling he sells half plexiglass shelves, so they're the halves.
Yes,
and then he also sells a curved one.
Oh wow!
Right? There's a curved one now that they sell, so they give you more room, but you don't lose a whole shelf.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nice.
which is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
you can do layers. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
you
crazy
do.
thing. It's
My
just like
dream
this
is to
niche
listen to
market.
that one, but
Okay, I see.
Yeah. The aftermarket for Etsy is even crazy.
You get people that are creating like solutions for your display problems that
Mhm.
you thought only you had, and then you're on there like, oh shit.
Oh no, everybody's got the same thing. Has this ever happened to you?
Well,
You got to do a surprise.
the two. So I'm repainting 2 Ruby TIE Fighter helmets, and I was going to paint the tiers by hand. I was going to map them out and paint them. And there's a guy so I was talking with Jason too, but so it was like, oh, we got to do the tiers, right? So, but then there's a guy on there that sells like all the decals and stuff.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's basically, it looks like it's painted, but he sells a decal for the tiers. So yeah, always go to Etsy first. So
can I ask a question real quick on that? What your guys' thoughts are on?
No, we don't have time.
All right.
Go ahead. Yes. What are our thoughts? Yes, please, of course.
No, so the SDCC and Celebration coverage of the De Novo helmets, which I think look great, but I was a little taken aback by how many of those higher priced ones have decals and stickers versus the paint screens on them. Any thoughts on that? Am I being too nitpicky?
No, I think the decal stuff, like that stuff you can do at home. If you're gonna do it, just you can buy a 3D print, paint it, and you can put decals on yourself or a combination of the two.
Yeah.
I don't think
if
they should have
I'm paying $700 for a piece,
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're buying a $700 helmet, it should be something I would struggle to do at home. You know what I mean?
Hand paint should be.
Well,
hand painted.
it's tough, and it's like certain people out there really know the differences between certain things, right? Some things were hand painted, some things were decals, and it also depends on the film and everything else. Like I think A New Hope, the blue stripes on the Stormtrooper are hand painted, but in Empire they were decals. And then the TIE fighters, I think these parts were decals if they have the cogs or anything, but I think like the tiers were painted. So I don't know for sure. So it's a combination, and it's weird. It's like other people have had problems with vacuum formed helmets, even though they used them in the films, that they're too light and they feel fake, and that people don't. I don't want to pay $500 for this. It feels like nothing. It's not correct. So you have to kind of make up your mind with what do you really want. Do you want fiberglass? Do you want what's more movie accurate? But I mean, bottom line, you have to be happy with it. And you have to decide that looks right to me.
No, and that's a good point. So like when I bought the Samo helmets, I just wanted the weathering, the look, the feel. I didn't care about the weight, the heft, because I just knew they were going to sit and be displayed. They're light. They're light. When you pick them up, they are not trying to be fiberglass or even like a hard resin, but I don't care. It's like I just want them to look good and display well. I'm not going to use cost or trooping or anything like that. But yeah, and that's been the hard thing for me, because De Novo, until I found Cybercraft and Samo, I was like, is that my only option? Because I'm just going to display it. I'm not going to pay that. And then I start seeing decals on them. Like, no.
It depends on your level of like Gabe. He wants lineage, right? So you're going to pay the money for lineage.
Yeah. And
I would buy a $100 Black Series Mando rather than a $700 Novo
EFX
Mando. You know what I mean? Or EFX. It all depends what you're looking for. But with decals, it could come off. I've seen people do I think it was Jackson Rupert just did a Sabine helmet. And I saw someone did a Ezra Scout Trooper that Sabine paints up in the show. And hand painted looks awesome. If that was decals, you could tell it was decals put on there. You know what I mean? So,
well, there was a video that Star Wars Collected did, Jonathan, right? Which we need to have back on because
he's awesome.
He did one where he finally, because Novos, took all of his money and all this other stuff, so he finally got the Red 5 helmet from them, and he has so many of the Black Series ones, and you can see a difference in size and stuff. But as far as $600, $700 for the Novos one versus the Black Series, it was hard to justify the $500 difference.
The price per quality ratio is not there. It's not high enough. In my opinion.
Absolutely.
That's why I've gone with the Black Series for the most part. Actually, I just saw Samo is doing now a Mudhorn Dirty Mando helmet, and I was like, oh crap, I would love to see De Novo do that, or even the Black Series. They're not going to. So I'll pick that up, and it's like, is it totally accurate? Is it fiberglass? No, but I'm just going to put it on a shelf for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't care. It looks great, from afar, and even up close. Like Scott, you were blowing up that photo of my 501st, and I'm like,
it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic because it's got the texture to it. Because there are certain things that you want to see texture, and you want to see things falling into it, and you don't want to see perfect. You know, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, I'll give you a little bit. Like, I have the Efx Stormtrooper Helmet, right? So that's a $200 plus helmet, or about $200, I think is what I got it for. And then I was over at Sean's place, and he's got the RS Stormtrooper. And what a difference between the two of them. I mean, I knew the texture was there in the RS, but even just the look of it is totally different. That one, straight out of the movie. This one looks good, but it looks like a costume piece, you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
So Marcel's asking the question about, is anybody hand painting great helmets on par?
Pull it up again.
Yeah, so I'm working with a guy that's in Australia right now to paint X-Wing helmets.
Yep.
And he paints really good by hand. Like he does the checkerboard on Biggs, and he hand paints it. He doesn't do a.
Do you have any pictures that you can share?
I don't at the moment, Scott.
Damn it, Jeff.
Damn it, Jeffs.
But the guy's name is Chris the Prop Guy. And he's on Facebook. Really solid guy. He does a lot of tie helmets.
That's a complicated pattern too. So
it is, and he's
the like squares and stuff. Yeah. Man, it looked awesome.
And because of the way that it's put on the helmet, like it's a curved
curvature. Yeah, you got a curvature. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, like a round sticker, like what's on the ties and things. Sometimes those have to be cut. They have to be cut because they won't form correctly.
Yeah, it's So he does a lot of things by hand, and he's great. I mean, and I think he's been painting a while now. I think he's kind of RS quality. He's doing a red leader for me also.
Well, the thing is, I mean, RS quality is definitely, a lot of it has to do with the lineage that they're using to back form and all that other stuff, right?
It's on my phone, so you can kind of see it. But
there we go.
Some stuff Jeff sent me.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude,
that's
look
hand
at that.
painted.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Well, and I think the other attraction to the hand painting, and this is something that has really kicked with me, especially with Star Wars.
That's
right?
Awesome.
With Star Wars, is that
it's beautiful.
Great.
That the imperfections is appealing to the eye. Right?
Yeah,
so things that are asymmetrical, things that are just a little bit off, but not like, how come that square is so much bigger than that? It's nothing that's real obvious, but it's little things that make it so much more interesting to look at versus perfect symmetry. You know?
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I was talking about last week on his book.
Yeah. This is the other one I'll share screen. This is the other one that he's doing too. He's doing no, that's not it.
The other thing, real quick, with Sean's collection, that RS. No, it wasn't RS. Wasn't RS who did the prototype snowtrooper design?
Yes, it was a concept one.
So cool. Again,
he's got it. Yeah.
Amazing, man. I love that thing. Oh,
wow.
Jeff, that's badass.
Look at that thing, dude. That's a lot of work on that one. That's red leader, gold leader, gold leader,
red leader,
red leader.
That's red leader. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Sammo had a production video where they paint everything. They take an X-Acto knife and do those chips, and I'm always like, are you trying to match photo reference to get those chips a certain way, or is it like nobody's going to know if it's off a little bit? It's nuts.
Well, it depends on how you do it. Some people will add chips by adding paint, right? Which is wrong, but it can look good. Actually pulling it off and just the feel, you feel all those chips. I don't know. It brings it more to life, Yeah.
Have you ever seen the people like? It's fun to watch those people on YouTube the way they paint stuff. Like the one guy does like toothpaste, right, and another guy does like mustard. Mm-hmm. Like they just do like they put mustard on it to put the chips. Yeah. It's like,
that guy's videos were great, and I haven't seen any more. I think I know who you're talking about. He did like some clone armor. Yeah. And he was doing some other stuff, and he used toothpaste, and then actual like masking fluid, and then he did even mustard, and it was like, wow, what an interesting difference. Cool. He also uses a lot of earth. What is it called? I can't found earth. There's a brand that you can get even on Amazon that you can use for dust and earthing, especially costume stuff, because it's more realistic than trying
a lot of
to
people use the toothpaste thing even for like the Star Wars models, right? Just the regular ships.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Well, try to finish something. His channel, Sean can't remember his last name. He uses toothpaste a lot with his painting and stuff like that. Yeah, we need to get people like Brian Thompson on here and his wife and chat with those guys, because I just find people that make things and do stuff like that just so cool, so fascinating.
So I know I haven't delivered on my first guest that I was promising, but I've got a line on a second guest, and chance meeting today at Best Buy when I was picking up my card capture card, and I'm talking to this guy, and he's got a ring, kid that's working the counter, and it's a diamond ring in the center. And the rest of it, I'm looking at it, he's talking to me, and I'm staring at his finger, and I could tell he's like, yeah, this guy's staring at my hand. And I'm like, is that a TIE fighter? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I like Star Wars. And he's maybe like 17, 18. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm actually here trying to buy something for this podcast. My buddies and I do a Star Wars fan cast. And I started showing him pictures from my post today. And he's like, oh, you got to talk to him. And he pulls this kid out. And this kid's like, oh, my dad builds droids, and he's showing me his Instagram post, and this guy is building like legit, and he's like, and he went to Mojave Desert, and he's got an R2 unit out there, like it's the Dune Sea. And I'm like, dude, and I'm like, okay, give me his info. I'm like, does he ever do interviews? Because we'd like to talk to him, because this is legit. And like, he's doing photo. He's like, oh yeah, he would love to do that. He's trying to get in with Disney, and he actually built this for Mandalorian. Like, he had a unit in the Mando Boba, when he in Boba, but Mando was there getting his Naboo starfighter. He built like some droids for that set, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, we got to get this guy. So he's like, yeah, here's his contact info. Give him a call. He'd talk to you. So, okay.
How cool is that? Just by chance.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the guy's like, oh yeah, kind of like Star Wars. It's like, why do you feel like there's more Star Wars lovers out there than not? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I always think about, we're getting old. It's skipping generations at this point, but there's new content being out there. Maybe it's not all kind of scratching our itch, but it's keeping, younger generations engaged. So that's cool. I'm all for that, which maybe is a good segue to talk about Andor. I don't know if there's space to do that.
Perfect. No, that's perfect, dude. That's great. Yes. I don't know. We just start rambling and going and just having a good old time. So
that's what Fridays are about, man. We just chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
But yeah, dude, Andor is.
Do we want to go around just reactions or thoughts about? I know, Benjamin. I'm with you. I'll reveal my hand. I saw that trailer just before this, and I was like, holy cow, that's what I want to see.
Looked like a movie preview.
Right.
Like a Hollywood movie preview.
But you know what? It wasn't just stunning visuals. There seems to be a plot line running through that I'm like, yeah, I'm on board to see where this goes.
12 episodes.
Beautiful.
12 episodes.
And we get, what, three off the bat, right?
Yeah, because they moved the time. It was supposed to be the end of August, and they moved it to the end of September or late September, and they're probably like, oops, sorry, we'll give you another episode. Which my next question is, how long are these episodes going to be? Because Disney seems to be the only platform. In other words, if you watch a series on HBO, Hulu, CBS, I don't care what it is, they're always within a certain time frame. 52 minutes, 48 minutes, whatever it is, half an hour, right? They always do that. Disney's the only one that goes, this one will be 28 minutes. This one will be 48 minutes. This one will be an hour and 4. And it's like, stop it. Just...
Yeah.
Keep a similar platform, because they may have released 3 because they're only half an hour long. I don't know.
Could be.
But this is also the first series for Star Wars that does not use the volume at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's all going to be more movie-like.
Practical, scenes and scenic and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so I saw some there. They said from the producers of Rogue One, and you feel that through line that they're trying to make it aesthetically look that way. There was something about Rogue One that had, I don't know what the word is for it, but there was more of a volume to the ships, to the space. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you said it.
More practical. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
it felt more practical in the models and the sets. And I mean, that space battle at the end was,
there it is again. Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Kill us.
Yeah, right. So Sean, I had heard it was 12 episodes, and then there's 2 seasons, a total of 24.
Yeah.
18
So-
seems like a lot for a first season. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think it's 12, and I mean, because normally they do what, 6, maybe 8, depending on what they're doing. So 12, just to get 12 for one season is awesome, but there's going to be 2.
I
That's
also
pretty
read it was going to
amazing.
be first season, if I'm remembering correctly, first season was like 1 year, and season 2 is like year 2 to 4 or something like that. I think
Oh, okay.
they were saying something like that because I read K2 doesn't show up in the first season. He'll probably show up at the end, and we get
And I'm
that.
fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I
want more of Cassian's backstory. What I liked about this trailer that's been missing from everything else was you felt the tension and the conflict.
Yes.
leading up to
Yeah.
it, which is the backbone of great storytelling. I need to have tension and conflict for somebody to be invested in what they're doing and for me to be invested. And I got all that in 3 minutes from this thing. So fingers crossed.
It's gonna. I feel like it has that Rogue One feel.
Yep.
I think Rogue One was so successful with fans liking it is because it gave you new with what you already loved. They combined it perfectly. You know, you're in that realm of what we know to exist in Star Wars, and here's some little sprinkle of stuff you didn't know was happening at the same time.
Right.
And that's this. They're showing the Empire and the build up, and it's like, damn, that's what I want to see is how the Empire rose, and
Yeah, like Joel's mentioning, I saw somebody saying this, that they did see clones in this. So I think we're following what Cassian as a young kid or teenager coming in and growing up on that.
Mhm.
So,
Hopefully.
Sean, can you repeat that for my wife, please?
And it's interesting too that they pushed it back because I know Bad Batch comes out around the same time, right? So
Yeah.
So with that,
Well, they moved this, I guess, because of She-Hulk. And you got to remember, Disney's model, which is genius, is they want to keep you sucked into their subscription. So if you want to watch this, you pay for this, and then you want to instead of things running at the same time,
I paid for 3 years up front though. I'm locked in either way.
Yeah, right.
No, but it's and the cast is Stellan Skarsgård. Sign me up.
Dude, Forrest Whitaker. I mean, it's like, wow, you guys are killing it here. And to have the original people come back.
Yeah, I don't know the actress who's playing Mon Mothma, but even her, I don't know what's going on with her storyline, but her in there, it's just all the chess pieces are just great, and that's what I think we kind of wanted to see with Obi-Wan, where it's like the emergence of the rebellion, and maybe that's more why Leia's focused on. Here it's I love the line where Cassian says, "I'm tired of losing."
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on there?
Also, I like Jason. You mentioned Mon Mothma, where she says, something along the lines of, "I hope they don't realize what I'm really doing." And the guy's like, "Well,
I'll just be an irritant." Yeah, what are you doing?
And I want to see that, like you said, the birth of the rebellion of going, "Yo, this Empire thing is not so great," and.
Well, because you can tell she's part of a bourgeois class, right? So obviously they're able to kind of maintain their lifestyle. Yeah, the Empire is rising up. It's like, okay, well, they're doing some bad stuff, but I'm maintaining my affluency. And obviously things start to kind of creep in. That's like, I've got to go this route. I want to see that.
So where we're starting, what do you guys think it is in the timeline compared to like Luke and Leia? Babies? Similar age? Is that where we think it's starting? Because it looks like the Empire is still new, right?
Well, so if we backtrack from Rogue One, I mean, Leia was adult in that.
Yeah,
obviously,
19, 20.
So Cassian's maybe. I mean, if we're gonna believe it, he's at the most maybe 10 years before Rogue One.
I think he's supposed to be like 22 or 3 in Rogue One.
Yeah, you can't be too far back.
Okay.
So,
not in his 30s, because if you go 30 and you went back 10 years,
that
would have been the Obi-Wan series. Yeah.
It's hard because their timelines are so.
Yeah, it might be right around the time Obi-Wan's happening. I think.
That's what I was wondering if that's going on, because then the question is with Andor, are we going to see guest appearances or specials, like here's a shot with Vader, here's a shot with. Is that going to kind of creep into it a little bit? Because I'd welcome that. I think that would be cool. Not too much, but just a little bit,
I think if they do like they did with Mando and they sprinkle it in here and there, that's fine. I don't want them to completely
cram
put
it all.
some new.
Don't
completely.
do it all in season 1. Don't do it.
Like what they did with Boba Fett, right? To where all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's the Mando show. No.
You know what? Just tell a good story and have it kind of plotted out. You know, and that's. I mean, visually it looked amazing, but I just hope they have a story plotted.
So, Flex and Sean Solo, 5 years before Rogue One.
I can see that.
Back to Joel's comment real quick for collectors. I cannot believe they didn't make a 1/6 Saw Gerrera. Because who the hell would buy that? I mean, man, Hot Toys, come on. What the? Whatever.
We did an event years ago at a studio that was a major thing for the music industry, but it was just us at the studio. And one of the girls that worked there or was around that I got to know a little bit is actually Forrest Whitaker's daughter.
Oh wow!
That's cool.
Wow.
And she was pretty cool. And it's like, imagine growing up with that, you know?
He will always be Jefferson Davis to me.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Thinking that.
Anytime that's on and he's just killing Lincoln, I have to stop and watch that.
He does that whole grunt thing after the car's totaled. Yes. That was awesome.
This will be
preceding that was
flipping around.
Preceding that, though, is Spicoli saying, I can fix it. My dad's a TV repairman.
Yes.
Some set of tools.
My brother's gonna kill us.
Try to repair it, right? They're just like, let's just make it look like vandalism, because obviously I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, that whole scene in the car afterwards. My brother's gonna shit. My brother's gonna kill us. My brother's gonna kill us. Which one is it? Which one is he gonna do,
Make
man?
Up your mind, man. Is he gonna shit or is he gonna kill us?
That was awesome.
But yeah,
great movie.
This show, depending on how big his role is, maybe.
Yeah, you never know, right?
But yeah, no, dude, I'm like over the moon about this show. Even if it sucks story-wise, just visually, it looks like it's.
I'm also curious if they're going to show what screwed him up so bad to where he needed the oxygen and all this other stuff. Because the scene we see with him, he looks like he's great. He's in good shape and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
So.
I think I'm excited about the show too, because I think they're going to show like some of the things that we've like grown up with that are actually getting built like in its infancy, right? Like different locations that are getting built up, right? The Senate, the other stuff. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's going to be really cool.
I think it's, you have this, this beautiful world that was laid out, regardless what your opinions are about the prequels, right? There was a society there. You felt it. And so obviously something, those people had to deal with now an emerging empire. So what did that look like? And, Obi-Wan, we kind of got, okay, these guys are rebels and we got to get them out of here. But you didn't really see kind of the mechanics of how do we build this and still, hide under cover and, maintain a facade of we're in favor of the empire. But no, this is messed up. We got to fight for our freedom in the future. We didn't see that in Obi-Wan. It was just kind of like, let's shuttle person from here, A to B.
So, there's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Benjamin, absolutely. That would be fantastic. Because he did a great job on Rogue One.
He butted heads with Kathleen, though, man. The reshoots and the editing, I don't think he ended up.
Good.
Yeah. He didn't end up happy. No, I agree, but I don't know if they bring him back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really don't know. I know some people. It's a very small percentage that didn't enjoy Rogue One because it felt so.
It felt right.
You better watch yourself. Like those little cameos. It's fan favor for the originals. It just fits so well. So
yeah, absolutely. And Joel brings up a good one. There's no expectation of opinion because a lot of the characters in it, right? So it's going to be great. We're not worried about it being our Boba or our Obi-Wan or whatever it is.
It's a good point. Your Mon Mothma, you don't have expectations for Mon Mothma.
Yeah. I don't think is that who that is? I don't think that's who that is.
Yeah, Mon Mothma.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be cool. Bail Organa could show up again because he's linked with her pretty good, and maybe a young Jyn Erso, that'd be awesome. If she kind of. If she's with Saw, maybe you see her in the background, or she has a quick thing with Saw
Yeah,
So
That's a good
ditched
point.
pretty early, but she was angry because he ditched her pretty quickly after he
at
picked her up.
16, I think she said, yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be about 5 or 6 years before Rogue One. So she could have a quick interaction off the screen, and we get our pop of the night, because that'd be awesome.
Well, I think those little like little Easter eggs or whatever you want to call them, these people popping in here or there in the background. I think that would be awesome to see those little things.
If it serves the story, that's cool. I just don't want fan service. I just want something that.
Yeah. Well, I saw there was in the preview one of the Two Tubes brothers.
Yes,
those
I
guys
saw
are
that.
so cool. So
Dude.
we have that Saw Rebels type,
I'd love to have Joel make that for me. The Two Tubes.
Boom,
characters.
he's got you.
So
So you said Two Tubes brother. So does that mean they're twins? So it'd be like two. It'd be like two tubes.
Two square.
Two
It's
squared. Thank you.
Indro tubes. They have different first names.
Dude, I keep bringing up Celebration 2019, but that was one me and Evan, the cosplay. There were these two guys there that had that thing.
I want to make a cosplay of them so bad.
And they had the mirror eyes going. I'm like, how do you see out of that mask?
Well, it would be no different than mirrored sunglasses, right? Cop sunglasses.
Yes, they look so opaque, dude. I was like, how can you look at it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think this could be the best show they've done. Mando's great, and there's been nothing wrong with Mando, but I really think this could be. Could fill that gap in between the originals and what we,
Because you knew there was a huge effort that went to making the rebellion, right? I mean, coordination of resources, planning. It's subversion of the empire and having to keep it secretive in order to build up that kind of resistance. So yeah, there's great story there, and then Cassian. They touched on it in Rogue One, right? He's seen as you're just an assassin. You just take people out for us. You're not a freedom fighter. It's just like you just do our dirty work. So how did he get to that point? It's like, what did he have to compromise in his life just to be known as the killer? And in Rogue, you see him. He doesn't want to just be the killer anymore. He doesn't want to just take out, Galen or so. So he had a whole arc there, but there's got to be something there that kind of got him to that point where we meet him in Rogue One. And
you start to realize you're working for the bad guys at some point. Something triggers it or trip.
Yeah. What makes you different than just working for the Empire if I'm just shooting people, right?
Yeah. But something usually triggers somebody of like, I didn't know, whatever it is. I didn't know kids were involved in this, or I didn't know that, you start to realize, wait a minute, these are the bad guys. These are the really bad guys.
Yeah, it's the Scarface dilemma.
And, it's getting the right writers because like Book of Boba, for instance, like Mandalorian, I felt like we had true Star Wars fans working on that. At Book of Boba Fett, I thought there weren't, right? If this has got Star Wars fans working on it and all the right ingredients are sitting there because our expectations are like this, right? We're like, I don't know what to expect, but I'm open. Let's go. It could be, like you said, probably one of the best, if not the best. It has the potential, for sure.
Great cast, looks like great production. Just hopefully the script continuity people are there and people love the franchise. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah,
Rebellion's
fingers. Yeah.
So it looks like Jeff's getting tired. How are you guys doing? You guys, we're at that 2-hour mark.
Edro and Benthic 2 tubes. Edro and Benthic 2 tubes are their names.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And if you don't have this book, man, dude.
Rogue One.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. That's
dude, these books are awesome. Especially get the Rogue One if you like Rogue One, man. They have.
It's been a big 2 weeks of books.
Look at that. They got.
Let's go.
I mean, dude, this thing's badass. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I knew I had it somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing. That's awesome.
Cheers.
All right, so real quick, Benjamin. I think some of the worst scenes in Book of Boba Fett was a certain director vamping. Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Yeah.
So are we good? We want to wrap this up, or where are we at, boys?
Yeah, we can keep it tight tonight. I think we covered.
We covered a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always fun hanging out with you guys, and it's always fun hanging with all of you guys in the chat. You know what I mean? And even though I had some button push issues, I still had a blast.
So I don't know if you guys real quick saw, if you watch Solo when they're escaping Kessel more off his running in the back, is running past. He was imprisoned on the Kessel Run planet. And,
right.
And then he shows up later, the big white fuzzy guy with the, he's cool.
Yeah,
man.
and then it follows up with this. I made him.
Of course, yeah. He made him since he posted that last comment. He's made him since then.
Yes, probably.
1104 to 1104, he's made him. So
Joel's like, hold on. There it is. Okay, there you go.
One other quick question about Andor. Did anybody else think that's Maz Kanata in that one scene with the glasses and semi-bald?
I don't think it is.
No.
I don't think it is.
That would be cool, though. I wish they did more with her. I like the character.
All Descent.
Any hopes? Any things that you want to specifically see them cover in Andor? Like something like I always wanted to know, or I hope they do this, or anything like that.
How they shoot an AK-47 on a planet?
Right, exactly. Because it does not even dressed up. It's just an AK-47. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they have a Starbucks.
They have a Starbucks.
Don't you want to know too?
Star in the name.
Don't you want to know behind the scenes? Like somebody's like, "You dumbass! You just put a regular AK-47 in there. You're fired.
You didn't greebly it.
You didn't greebly. You didn't do anything to it. What the hell's wrong with you?" Yeah. I just worry about that conversation, right? It was like, this is crap. Do you have anything else in there? Do you have any pistols in there?
Then you find out that scene is actually supposed to be on Earth, and in our time, then you're like, oh crap, yeah.
Exactly, and everybody will be like, oh, I was wrong. Yeah. It looks good.
All right. Well, cool.
Control.
Yeah, exactly.
All righty, guys.
Well, thank you, everyone who joined us tonight. This was fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I had a great time, and I always love seeing the pickups and what you guys got. And Jason, just the black in the room is amazing. And then you got some projects going on. Jeff is like, your room, dude, is just getting better and better and better.
Well, it's going to stop at some point because I'm going to run out of room.
Yeah.
No more space.
Oh, one last one and away we go out. And then, of course, Jason's place. Just, dude, thanks so much. I mean, I had no idea we were going to do that. We just wound up going through all the pictures you just uploaded.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful stuff, man.
No, thank you for sharing. I haven't put stuff out there before, so I was kind of like,
I need to do that too, because I got a bunch of stuff, but it's like I feel like the same way. Oh, it's not quite ready, or it's not quite there, or finding the time, or I'm going to do this first, and I just haven't posted anything.
You got to do it, because you know what it did for me, and when I put it on the hyperdrive, it just kind of blew up, and Tom Spina replied to a couple things, and I was like, I don't have anybody local that I can share this with. I don't have anybody that can walk in the house, and it's like I'm doing all this, and I mostly do it for me on a day-to-day, but if I had people close, I'd be like, hey, come check this out, and it's just great to be able to open it up online and have people interact. So it's gratifying for me. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and my wife, see, like my wife does it. She has fans because I hear her all the time. I'm taking a picture for my fans, and it's like that's cool to hear.
Like
but
I
need to do it too. Yeah, Magic Mando. Well, Magic Mando. Are you going to take us out with Magic Mando?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. All right, guys. Well, thank you again so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time on the Spice Runners Lounge next Friday with Evan back. All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Sweet.
Nice.
Still alive.
Ah!